Yo, what is up, guys? It's Rippin here with a new video today, and well, how do I word it? Today's video is going to be talking about the Season 3 update that came out in the Warzone 2, and ultimately, JoeWo came out and essentially, by the way, just want to make this clear, JoeWo came out of the video called I'm Sorry, apologizing. Just want to put this out too with this. This has nothing, in my opinion, to do with him. I haven't seen the video yet, but I also have heard of the drama that's been going around recently about people are basically making fun of him, memeing him, kind of tweeting at him, calling him out. Like, I just want to make something clear. This has nothing to do with him, I believe, but we'll find out a little more in this video. Again, I have not seen it. This is a true blind reaction. I've seen the online Twitter reactions, kind of the whole thing on social media going after him and the dev team that came out with this update. So we are going to be watching his apology video, seeing what exactly is he sorry for. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and as always, be sure to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any new video. Also, at the same time, real quick, I just want to say thank you so much for the most recent video support. You guys have been going crazy on that. I think the thing's already like over 200 something views, so I just want to say thank you for that. And I did see some of the comments saying how they enjoyed the thumbnail, they enjoyed the title, and that means the world to me. And I seriously want to say thank you for seeing that video, watching the video completely through. And again, if you haven't seen it yet, please go check it out. I think it's a video that, again, it's different, but it's also something that I think most people can agree with. Even if you're not into gaming, still highly recommend it because I do talk about life as well in it that I think most people can relate to. So go show it some love, but stop rambling. Let's hop into this I'm sorry video. All right, let's see what is going on.
I'm trying to think.
Weird day.
Very weird day.
Let's see.
I would say today is probably the worst day we've ever had in Warzone history. So basically today, as all of us know, that the new season was supposed to drop today, and prior to this new season, we had a call with the developers and stuff like we usually have, and we're promised a lot of things. We didn't get the...
All right, I know this. I just want to say this. Just remember what he just said, because of what I've seen online on social media, what that quick 3, 4, 5 seconds just said, it ultimately just happened, will, I think, full circle wrap around and understand, I think, kind of what's happening.
Play the update before everybody else, so we got to see everything when you guys got to see everything. So when we were hearing from the developers that all these things were being changed, it was very, very promising. And I was thinking, and like everybody else was also thinking, that the game and the developers would deliver on that promise of all of these changes.
All right, let's stop right there. So we aren't even a minute in, and right away, how do I put this? We gave up a lot of expectations saying we want this. We're looking towards forwards and looking towards this. Fill in the blank. And ultimately, they didn't deliver. Let's just make this short and sweet. Doesn't surprise me. Sadly, Call of Duty, that's the world we're in.
Came out, and all of us actually played, we realized a lot of the things that they promised did not happen. Which then a lot of people took that to social media and then kind of used creators as a scapegoat because I thought that the game was looking in the right direction because of the things we were promised. I don't really mind trolls that much. Trolls will always just be a thing. It's the internet.
As I was talking about.
But when I have other creator friends and people that I consider my friends, creators, that are quoting my tweets, calling me out, poking fun at things as it's just jokes. It's the internet. People don't get jokes. People don't understand sarcasm. So it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way that there's other creators that are trying to point the fingers at...
I just want to say, as a creator and as someone who grew up on Call of Duty, you can backtrack my record on the very first COD I ever played. Let me just make something clear. I don't agree with people going after him, considering this was a dev issue. And the fact that he didn't even get to see the season till the season came out, till when we got to see it is when the first time he got to see it. The dev team fucked up. Also, I'm just going to say dev team. I'm not for majority of the time, I'm not for people losing their job, but I'm just going to say how it is. There's no way they keep these dev people after this update. That's all I'm saying.
Myself for a bad update. We heard the same thing. We were all promised the same thing. And now somehow it got turned to be my fault and other creators' faults. And that just really kind of blew my mind that it seemed like a lot of people were trying to get on the good side of Twitter and be like, oh, this isn't me. I would have never done that. Like they didn't do the same thing for every single update and be like, oh, I didn't gas up this update. It's the same people that do it every season.
Let's just all agree, short and sweet, we've all gassed up updates. I've done it before. I am guilty as all possible for it. We've all done it.
They're so adamant about them just being right about this update that they don't even want the game to improve.
People don't even want the game to improve. They just want to complain. If the update was incredible, people would have found something to complain about. And I feel like today was probably the worst moment for the Warzone community I've seen in a very long time. Again, the trolls don't really bother me, but seeing like mutual friends that are saying things on stream, sending hate to be like, go tell Joe, like he's an idiot and like this is all his fault. To say that, and then it happened to be like, oh, it was just Joe.
If this is something you've ever done, listen, we've all made mistakes. But if this is something you've ever done, learn from it. If you're still doing this, exactly what he's talking about, of telling your own viewers to be like, go after him, learn from other people's mistakes, and don't do that, because then you look like the idiot of the whole problem. That's all I'm saying.
Folks, just blows my mind. And I feel like my friends that are creators should know way better than that. I mean, honestly, overall, just
and what a way to
streaming the game all day,
backstab
trying to kind of see the game as a positive way. Maybe things could get fixed, and just seeing negative vibes of people, negative vibes of chat, and just people that just are saying the most out-of-pocket, reckless things over a Call of Duty update that we all wanted to be good. And I know there's a lot of people that is usually the silent majority of people that really don't care, that just play the game for fun, which I completely understand that. And I'm glad that you guys are probably happy, and either way, you guys are going to be happy, and you just play the game, which is incredible. But I know that...
All right, I wanted to stop something on that comment. As a person who plays it casually, this is where I will disagree with him. No, it's not fun. This update was dog shit. And I'm sorry, but it was. So, listen, I'm not saying there's people who aren't finding it fun, being like, oh my god, this is amazing. And if there are people, I want to meet that person that says that. But if there are people out there that are saying this is good, cool. But as a casual COD player, I can say it's not fun.
There's the other side, myself included, that's very, very passionate about the game. And that's why we're very vocal. And people keep saying, you're doing this to get paid.
We're vocal for a reason.
Right?
We get zero big fat $0 from Call of Duty. I don't know where this narrative came from that creators are getting paid. We didn't even get creator code. We don't even have a creator code. Creator codes have been done since Warzone 1. That was the only funding from Call of Duty that we've ever gotten besides tournaments that we won. There is $0 being funded to creators that are on these developer calls. So I don't know where that narrative came from.
I just want to say as well, they should be getting paid. Content creators who are making your game what it is, whether you like streamers, whether you like YouTube, YouTube video makers, whether you like them or not, they deserve to get paid. Now, I'm not a fan of streamers, and it's crazy because I am a streamer, but I'm not a fan of streaming nowadays when it comes to Call of Duty because it ruined Call of Duty. I'm a big believer in that. It made playing Call of Duty a shit show for casual gamers, and I'm a streamer and I'm saying that. We've ruined it. Point aside, though, if you are a casual gamer, just know the people that are making the content on here, I am a strong believer they should be paid. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But we are getting no money from
They
Call
bring
of Duty.
eyes to
I'm
the
so
game.
vocal about it because I want the game to be good. I don't know anybody that is just going to sit back and be like, the game is great and just let bad things happen or not voice opinions. And people say, well, you're just playing a game, bro, like blah, 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 which I
Hate
do
that.
understand that.
Hate
I
that
think
excuse.
anybody
I'm
would be
sorry.
a fool to say that they would not actually voice an opinion about something that's their career. If you do something 10 hours a day and you know that something could work better, you're going to voice your opinion to your boss, to your job, to whoever, because
Preach.
you know, hey, this is, I do this all day, every day.
Preach.
And that's why I'm so vocal about, hey, this should be changed. We should fix this. Let's approach this differently. Instead of just sitting back and being like everybody else and being like, the game's great. Now, you could ask anybody that has actually sat with me at a table with the Call of Duty developers. I'm one of the most vocal people ever, and I tell them how it is and say, this is why your game is bad. Now, whether they listen to me or not, I know that I'm 0.00001%. That's on them. But
Let's just say it, the game's bad. All right, cool. We all mutually agree. And I'm not shitting on him for just being honest. But let's just all be brutally honest. The game's just bad. Call of Duty's been bad for years. That's a whole different issue. I actually have a video. Go check it out in the top area here. I actually have a video talking about it, why it's bad. But Call of Duty's just bad. Let's just all agree.
We're going to sugarcoat if something is bad, like this update was bad.
It was
and I
awful.
think that sending hate to creators that were being optimistic about something that we were told, we didn't get to play Season 3. I see people saying, you got to play it, you should know. We didn't get to play it. We played the update the same time as you guys did. So when we're being told things, you would think that what we're being told would actually be true when the update drops. And
Let's just say this, again, short and sweet. The fact that the devs lied about what was promised to them tells me one thing, that number one, it is not the creator's fault that was told it. It is the big issue. Number two, that it is the devs that are lying and that they are just trying to make moolah. That's it. Simple forward. I may be wrong, but I do believe that they're in it for the money. If they said, we're going to get this, and this, and we release none of that across the board. Just saying a little.
And then to be getting
suspicious.
death threats saying that I hope that your mom dies of cancer like your dad did. Like, what are we doing?
Don't ever do that. I'm just going to pause it real quick and say, don't ever do that.
Like, how have we gotten so far from playing a video game like Call of Duty that we all love and enjoy to then sending death threats to people? Today was definitely probably the worst update or most overpromised update we've ever had. And I hope
Worst
Call of Duty
update.
does something to fix this.
Let's say
because
worst
we
update.
have ranked play coming in under a month. We have no TTK improvements like we thought that we would. The movement changes that we were promised don't seem like they were very promised. And all these updates, servers included, were just didn't happen. And we had multiple updates throughout the day that added stuff back in that should have already been in the update. And
That's
we
a whole
have
different
$1.2
issue.
million tournament coming up, and we can't even load into a private match. I mean, it just blows my mind that the game has gotten to this, but
AAA company, ladies and gentlemen. AAA company. Just remember that.
I don't even know what to expect or say anymore.
Just
If
remember
you
that.
were able to have just a straight up one-on-one right now with Call of Duty, what would you say? You know what I mean?
I would say
I would say you fucking lied. And you are telling us we're going to get this at this time. We're going to get this type of update. We're going to promise you this, this, and this. And then I'm going to tell you that you're fucking lying. That's what I would say to you. You lied to us. You don't care about the community. And that's final. Thank you.
first steps, the patch notes today, as all of us saw them, were very vague. When we're seeing things like
That's the other thing. Different issue.
movement and outplayability
Yeah, it's a whole
is
different
now
issue.
going to be in this season, that sure sounds like we're getting an incredible buff to movement.
Yeah.
Outplayability. Those notes should be very specific.
Thank you. I'm glad he said it, and I want to make it short and sweet on this. But these patch notes we have received recently, not just Season 3, but the ones before Season 3, they've been very general, very vague, very general, very... let me give an example, like word choices, right? Will be like, we're going to improve the movement. So my question to you when you say that, when you write that is, when you say improve by doing what? That'd be my counter question. And you know what they say? Nothing. Because their patch note is, we're going to improve movement. So as a COD player, my only question is by how, doing what? Are you going to add slide canceling? Are you going to, maybe make the delay not as bad? You're going to maybe make when we move, it doesn't look like graphics are fucking up. Let's talk about it. What are you doing to improve it? That's all I'm saying.
Of what's going on. It should not
Just
be
wondering.
vague, open. I saw some people like, well, it was open to interpretation. Okay, but it's the patch notes, though. This is the facts of what's going on in the patch. It shouldn't be open to interpretation. It should be, this is what's going on, this is what's changing, exact word for word, and not you guys can kind of decide on your own what you think that'll mean.
Do you just flat out think creators should be able to play test?
100%.
Yes.
It's true. I
Yes.
feel like honestly every update,
Yes.
but especially this update, it blows my mind how. And again, I don't code, so I'm not saying that I'm a professional computer coder. If I did this, not at all. But you're a
Neither am I.
billion-dollar company, and they're just missing the most simple things in the game. It seems like
Preach.
that their own developers aren't even playing. They're not even playtesting. What they should do is, and I'm not saying that creators should get special treatment, but I'm trying to be a voice for everybody. I'm not saying bring back slide canceling and everything else. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying to improve the game overall, they should have creators play testing the game, and I guarantee you in under 30 minutes, I could have had a list of things that should have been fixed before this update even dropped.
Fair.
I saw a lot of people
I agree
saying,
with
why
that.
is it ranked
I agree with
play here for Season 3? I'm like, before ranked play comes out, I hope they fix all the bugs. That was before even the update came out.
Let's just all agree on this. Please, by all means, do not release rank play if this is the game we're getting. That's all I'm saying. Because if you release rank play in the current state, oh my God. Let's just say two things. One, no one will play it. It will be unplayable. Number two, no one's going to give a rat's ass about it. You know why? Because everyone's going to be like, the reason it sucks because of this, and this. Also, now rank play sucks because of it. Because we're trying to play multiplayer to practice and warm up, and we can't even get it to it without it sucking. So, yeah.
I said I'm glad it's
agree.
waiting because I already know when the season drops, all the bugs that we've always had, it's going to happen again. If you are just doing kind of the same thing over and over every day, which I'm assuming that devs are doing, kind of changing up the game and things like that, you're going to miss things. In our own lives, if we're doing the same thing every single day, and someone like a friend or family kind of sees that from an outside perspective, you may miss something that you're doing wrong every day, but they could see it instantly because you're just in the normal vibe of your work or your day or your kind of life routine. But if they're at work doing the normal kind of routine of what they're doing, they may miss certain things that somebody else could catch in an instant that aren't doing their job. And that happens outside of gaming in life when you're just going through the same things every single day or trying to do something, and then somebody else comes in and they see a new perspective, then it could click and be like, oh, I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out. And I think that's why they need to have creators play testing early so things like this don't happen.
Now, I want to say real quick on that. If they want players to play test it, I'm going to be a strong person when I believe in this, when I say this too. If you want people to test it, you're going to get some big creators that know what they're doing, some pro players, all that. Then you're going to get some small content creators. I'm a strong believer in this. I don't want to see the only people playtesting it, Tim the Tatman, Scump, Pomage, Nick Merckx, Cloaksy, JoeWo, whoever, I can't think right now, Nadeshot. I don't want just big creators. I want maybe the Tims, the Nicks, the Scumps, the Nade, right? I want those people. But then I want some smaller content creators, people with maybe 50, 100 followers, people that grew up on COD but aren't super big and well known, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to get the kind of side of some pro players, some streamers that's their entire job because companies are paying them millions of dollars and thousands of dollars to stream it. They're going to get the content creators that just play casually. So you're going to get your casual players, your pro players, and your just pure content creators. In my opinion, that's the route to do it. Don't just do big streamers. I don't know if he says it in here, but I'm just going to say it before he even gets anything else. Please, if that's the route we would do it, make sure it's universal, not just you're going to bring us money, you're going to bring us money, you're going to bring us money. You're just a small creator. We don't care about you. And I hate to say it, I'm saying that they should do this. They're going to look at me and be like, you're a small creator. Who cares what you say? But again, that's how Call of Duty feels. Prove me wrong. Call of Duty, if you're seeing this, someone, prove me wrong. Probably won't, but try.
Call of Duty, I am very disappointed in what we were told and what I fell for, and a lot of people did too. So for the people that are saying that I'm a sellout and all that, I apologize if you think that. Sorry for the people
He's not a sellout. That's what I'm saying. He's not a sellout.
Listened to what I was promised and took that for word. And sorry to the people that expected more of Season 3. I don't work for the game, so I wish that I could kind of vouch for it better or get more things changed that I would like to have changed.
It's not your fault, JoeWo.
But I guess going from here,
It's not your fault.
I'm going to be, I guess, the glass half empty type of person when it comes to Call of Duty updates. Everything else, I'll be the glass half full positive person. as this is probably the most not negative vibed video, but just kind of sit down video we've ever had on
We
the
should all
channel,
be like that.
regarding a game that all of us love, to be honest. And I try to not
debatable.
even kind of see
Used to
the
love.
trolls and all of the just BS drama and all that anyway, because at the end of the day, we're all playing a video game that we love. All
True.
of us have loved Warzone since the pandemic. All of the creators
True.
that are having drama and moaning and complaining and everything else, like, we're literally having a dream job. We get to play video games
True.
for a living. And that is because
I
of
agree.
you guys supporting us. And for the last thing for the video, the people that showed me love today, you guys know, you guys mean the literal world to me. I can never say that enough, even though it's kind of a, down video. Overall, the people that either comment on videos like this one, show up in stream, send me DMs, responses, like, that means more to me than you guys will ever know. And I think that there's very, very silent minority of people that complain got the best of a lot of people today and of creators today. And the people that are usually just like, yo, Joe, we love you. If the game's trash, we still love you. If it's amazing, we love you still. I feel like that's the majority of people. So thank you guys. You guys mean the freaking world to me, and I say that all the time. I mean it. You guys have blessed me to literally get to do something that I love to do every single day.
All right, I think he's going to kind of loop into the whole outro, but I just want to end the video with this. Season 3 was a failure, a shit show. But here's something we all need to understand. Let's just break down the 3 things we all need to understand to end this video. Number 1, we should all be the half glass, half full kind of guy or girl. Because here's the thing. Call of Duty has said, we're going to do this, this, and this many times, and have never really, as a COD player, received half of what they promised. So let's just be half glass, half full, universal. Number 2, let's not attack the content creators that are told stuff by developers, keyword by developers, the people making the game. Let's be a little understanding that they were promised something. They wanted to kind of give us a little inside sneak peek of what the actual developers of the game are telling him, and they lied to them. So it's not their fault. Number 3, if you are a big creator, and you do get to see this, even if it's just this part, let me just say something. If you go and make a video knowing that you're going to get millions and millions of views from it, and you're going to talk about Call of Duty, take my advice on this. Be very careful in what you say. Even if, you know what? I'm going to even say this too. If they're going to promise you something, just assume it's not a promise. Assume and take it as this is what we could get. Even if they say, oh, we're going to release this, I promise we're going to release this. Take it as they're going to try to release this. You know why? Because here's the thing. They could promise the fucking world to us. They ain't going to hand us it. They aren't. What they promise probably will not happen. And to those developers that created this update, you shouldn't be making any more Call of Duty updates anytime soon. And that is final. Thank you very much. Have fun gaming.